You know who made it. You know who made it. You know who made it.
What is going on, Gamble Factory family? We're back talking some Monday Night Football. It's your boy ZROB, and we got Coach T Posey, of course. We got another primetime game, so that's exciting. You know, these have gone really well. Nice competitive games every single time. Not lopsided whatsoever, so we should get another competitive game tonight. Tyler, how you feeling?
Man, I am ready to kick out the competition.
What?
You'll find out what I mean by that very soon.
Oh,
You
he
guys,
said
you guys,
kick out the competition.
you guys love these kicker props. Yeah, you see, it's coming now, boys. It's coming.
Oh my gosh. You guys have got this man taking kicker props now. All this talk about kickers, here we go. Maybe this is what we need to carry us through to victory. Um, but
Yes, bro, loud. The one time that my mic is no issues, it's super loud, which makes sense.
I can turn it down on my end. Bro, Tyler always has mic issues, man. He's echoing. He's loud. It might be me. I don't know.
No, we're just blaming you because it can't be me.
But anyways, I'm turning some things down. Maybe it'll help not be so loud.
He said my ears.
Oh shit. Who's loud? Z-Rob or Tyler? Get this sorted out before we start cooking up this slip. Tyler Mike works like Bam on the court, inconsistent.
Oh my god.
They're saying this
Oh
man's
my
too loud.
daggum.
He said Zach trying to be a real one and take the blame for Tyler.
Oh my god. I have
Tyler,
to set the
dude,
worst
we
issues.
gotta freaking start a GoFundMe for Tyler's mic.
No, man, just download the Mojo app using my link. Just go buy a new mic.
Gosh. All right. Let's get started. I turned you down, so hopefully it's not too bad. Do you want to get started, or you want me to?
I want you to start today. Yesterday I started and the game was an absolute massacre, so I'm gonna let you start so it's not a massacre.
Oh shit. So, I mean, let's look at the spread real quick of this game. What have we got? I looked up earlier. I just don't remember what it is.
45.5 over under, and Las Vegas is favored by 2.
Okay, there we go. So, according to Vegas again, we have a closely projected game. decent total. It is a prime time. Now Z-Rob's too quiet now. God dang it, dude. This is unreal. So hopefully that works. You guys tell us what's going on and we'll fix it as we go. But we're gonna get started. Should be a competitive game. I don't know if it will be. These primetime games have been absolute dog shit to start the year. I mean, it's almost every single one of them. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's probably my favorite play. It's Jordan Love fantasy score. Um, Even the last five game log watchers, they're gonna absolutely love this one. It is only 16.5, which is too low. His lowest game is 19.74, and that was last week against the Lions, and they were barely on the field. Like the Lions controlled the entire clock and made the Packers look really bad. And that was in a big blowout. There's no Aaron Jones for the Packers tonight. Not that I mean he barely played last week, so and I think he was out weeks 2 and 3. So he's been a touchdown monster to start the year. Absolute fantasy stud. As far as a good quarterback for NFL, I'm not too sure. But fantasy monster nonetheless. Las Vegas, they're bottom three passing DVOA. They've allowed 8 passing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks and 2 on the ground. I see no reason he doesn't cash this 16.5 fantasy score. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that one as well. I actually don't mind his completions earlier. I don't know if they bumped or not. They bumped everything at this point. But yeah, the 16.5 is too low. So I like Jordan Love. It's a great matchup for him. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the Raiders are all that great. With no, and also like I don't know, we're going to talk about this later, but we've already talked about how bad AJ Dillon is. Like they're not going to just pound the ball with AJ Dillon. He's averaging less than 3 yards a carry, so
So bad, dude.
he's just horrific. And like you said, Raiders have not been very good against opposing quarterbacks. So yeah, give me all the Jordan Love.
Yeah, I think Aaron Jones being out probably honestly helps Jordan Love even more just because they're not going to find much success on the ground with A.J. Dillon. I mean, that guy's one of the worst running backs in football. Seriously, I mean, he's just not good. So,
Yeah, he's not good at
Jordan
all.
Love, lock it in. That's my favorite prop already. I mean, on the day, I think, for sure. So, do you want to go ahead and go?
Yeah, I can do that, man. I really am probably not going to be happy with myself after I take this problem. But I like both punters tonight. And if chat doesn't back me up with this, then I'm going to be upset. The one time that I go to a punting prop, the chat better back me up. I would like AJ Cole, the punter for the Raiders, to kick it 3.5 times or punt it 4 times tomorrow. He's had to punt it 5 times the last 2 games. Weirdly, only 3 against Buffalo, and they got smoked. Didn't have to against Denver, but Denver sucks. So that makes a lot of sense. So I think the Packers have allowed 4 or more to every single team they've played. So I kind of think they keep them at bay a little bit. Especially keep the Raiders at bay. So 4 punts, give it to me.
I
I don't
just,
have much more of an explanation than that.
I just can't even believe I just clicked on a punter's prop on stream after we talk crap about kickers and punters every single stream.
Dude, my guy Raw and Burgundy, which great movie and all. He has both punters, and I kind of like both punters too. So you
Christian
can you
Lewis
can
also loves a punter prop.
you can ban me if you'd like for taking punters, but you know what? This is the game to do it. I feel it.
All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. I can see it. 3.5 is it's pretty low. It seems like. So with my next prop, I'm gonna go with a pairing for the Jordan Love fantasy score. I got 2 weapons I really like in Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah,
Dobbs or dudes, I can't ever remember. But
it's not.
I think Watson is probably my favorite. I'm leaning his 48.5 fantasy score. He's favored over
How many?
48.5 receiving yards. Sorry,
Okay.
48.5 fantasy score. Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
No, his 48.5 receiving yards. He came back first game of the season last week. He logged, I think it was 48% of the snaps. Um, he's gonna probably see an increase in that tonight. If they're not able to run the ball much, they're gonna be having to sling it, which is obviously we taking Jordan Love. We think they're gonna pass at least a little bit. So these receivers are going to get some work. Christian Watson is going to be their number one, number two target, probably number two outside of Romeo Dobbs. And I just think that 48.5 receiving yards seems way too low. He could hit this on one catch, maybe two catches. Um, I think the Raiders, they play a pretty good amount of man too. So like Christian Watson's he's gonna eat them up if they go man to man on him on the outside. So do you have any thoughts on Christian?
Yeah, I don't know that I have a good read either way, per se. I think somebody's going to get it done for the Packers. I can't decide if that's Dobbs or Watson. So
I like them
uh,
both, so I
yeah,
was
I kind of
considering
do
playing
too.
them both. But
Yeah, it's just kind of depends on what prop you want to take for them. But I think with Watson being a game two back, I think that probably helps him out a little bit in terms of just kind of getting back into some game action, getting him a little bit more consistency with Love. And I think Love's going to do well tonight. So it's got to be somebody. And I think somebody asked about Jaden Reed in chat. I think it's still going to be Watson. I think Watson's probably the number one option eventually, and it may just be this week.
there's also that Christian Watson and Dobbs receiving touchdown, which looks kind of spicy,
That
especially
that does look,
against a Raiders team that's given up 8 passing touchdowns. I mean,
yeah, it does look pretty good.
if they're gonna throw a touchdown through the air, it's got to be one of those two, right?
You think?
Even that 24.5 receiving yards and first two receptions for Christian Watson, that honestly may be even better. So
This man loves Watson tonight. Let's just put it out there.
dude, Watson, he's going in tonight.
Going in.
So you want to go next? We're locking in
Yeah,
Watson.
yeah, we can do that. I am looking at my guy Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm going to take an under.
Jimmy G.
We took an under last week, or last time we played here against Pittsburgh, and they just decided to throw 44 times. I don't know why they did that. Pittsburgh was not very good, still not very good. But now they hit the Packers, and I still don't understand why in the world they would throw that many times again. They got Josh Jacobs back there. He should be pretty good tonight. The Packers have only allowed 867 passing yards in just 4 games this year, so it's like 220 is where he's at right now. And his pass yard total tonight is 242. He's only hit that once this season. And it was last game we threw 44 times. I don't expect him to throw it over 31, 32 times tonight. And I don't see any way he hits that 242 mark. So to me, it's Jimmy Garoppolo under 242.5 passing yards. I could be talking to his completions at 22.5. I like that as well. And I could be talking to an over interception because he's had one in every game.
Yeah,
pretty much anything negative for Jimmy Garoppolo tonight is what I like.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, last week we were on it on the Steelers. I still think it was a good read. Obviously, he went way over, but it was a script that he kind of had to pass a lot in too. So
yeah, I just weirdly don't understand that one. But yeah, the Packers are not allowing ton through the air. And I don't think that the Raiders want to put the ball in Jimmy G's hand a lot, and I don't blame them. Just kind of a game manager type of role.
That also kind of leads into something else I like. So the Packers have given up a ton of rush yards to start the season. So I think Josh Jacobs, he is in for a big workload. We took it last week also. His fantasy score is what I'm leaning to. Everybody was hating on it because he was like his last 5 game log was all Reds. But Josh Jacobs, he's pretty good. He's got a really good matchup. Probably the second worst or bottom 5 for sure run defense in the league right now. He's carried the ball like 17 times in 3 or 4 games so far. He's playing a ton of snaps. We should easily see 70+% of snaps again today. He's actually also he has 25 targets on the season, which is one behind Jacoby Myers, who is number 2 in the team in targets. So like, if they're gonna pass the ball at all, there's a good chance that they look Josh Jacobs' way if Devontae Adams isn't open. So the Packers have also given up a lot of receiving work to running backs to start the year. So like, if Josh Jacobs catches a few passes, gets some receiving yards, he's gonna run the ball 17 times probably. I mean, I like his rush yards too. he could very well find himself in the end zone. I think this 16.5 fantasy score might be too low. Do you like any Josh Jacobs tonight?
Yeah, I mean, especially since I'm taking Jimmy Garoppolo's under, they're going to have some type of offense, and the way to beat Green Bay is on the ground. I mean, they've given up through 4 games, they've given up 461 yards to running backs, only on 111 carries. So you're talking about like 4.1, 4.2 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That they're giving up. They've given up a touchdown in every single game. They've given up 26 catches in 3 games to running backs for 180 yards. Like, they are getting absolutely toasted by running backs. I mean, that's 4-7. That's essentially almost 7 catches a game per running backs, and just a 4. I mean, it's just a shade under 7, but they are just getting torched by running backs. And it's Josh Jacobs night all the way. I think his rushing attempts are at 17.5, and they're probably pretty good too. But I think I'm with you on the fantasy score. I think he just does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I like it.
He's probably gonna get right around 70 yards. Probably favored for a touchdown.
I'm about to look that up actually.
And then 3.5 receptions, another additional 5 points. So
yeah, he's minus 150 on DraftKings to score a touchdown. So it's pretty solid.
Very big. Yeah, that's huge. You don't see that big of them odds on a touchdown that often. So that fantasy score is really good.
Yeah, and seems like several other people are liking Jacobs' receiving targets. I think it's very solid also. I mean, he's hit this the last 3 weeks. He's getting a bunch of receiving work. And like we said, Packers are giving up a lot. I like the targets a lot. I mean, he's not going to get 11 like he did last week again, but I can see him getting like 5 to 7.
The targets may be a little bit better than the fantasy score if you look at it.
Yeah, that is true. What is his reception prop? Is it favored over 3.5? It
says receptions are over 3.5 minus 125.
So, yeah. That is tough. So, like, he would need one more target, basically, if he went perfect on receptions to make it. I mean, that could be the move, because he's gone, 2, 5, 3, and 8. And his targets are 3, 6, 5, and 11. So he's getting more targets than he has catches. So, like, not every single week. Which is kind of, like, usually running backs catch a good amount of their passes. So, but
it seems like Garoppolo is just throwing out other feet or something like that. Just kind of get rid of it. Which is a nice thing for running backs is they can just dump them off at the feet of the running back as a safety valve and just be done with it.
Yeah, and that counts as a target for us. So it doesn't look like Amir Abdullah has 9 targets on the team through 4 weeks compared to 25 for Jacobs. So, like, Jacobs he's getting all the receiving work,
Yeah.
Granted, 11 of those targets are in one game.
Yeah.
But still, like, 3, 6, 5, and 11 targets. That's a pretty good one. It's tough.
I don't know which one I like better, but I think both. It's one of those two, but it might be fantasy score probably.
I think fantasy score is probably safer.
Yeah, and one thing too, if he gets 11 targets, the likelihood of him catching 7 or 8 balls is really good, which then also means he's going to go that fantasy score. I would think.
Even if he catches if he goes over the receiving targets and only gets like 5, he's probably going to catch 4 passes and have like 30 receiving yards. So I mean that's 7 points right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, which
that is true. 7 targets was with the backup quarterback, so
probably
wouldn't have been quite as much, but still, like, he got 6 and 5 the previous 2 weeks. So
yeah, he's involved. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to look at it is just go fantasy score and move on.
100%. So.
Oh man.
So
you got any more?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do. I have one more. I mean, I could get down with like Dobbs receptions maybe. He's like his odds are going up crazy on that. I got it at like 3.5 and it was only like minus 150, but now it's I believe. Let me look it up just to make sure I'm not lying.
Yeah, I took that one last night.
Minus 160 now on DraftKings. Some books are even higher than that, so I think it's a really good push potential prop. Also, don't mind some Devontae Adams, but it's kind of negatively correlated with.
That's the only thing. His receptions earlier were favored under 6.5,
and now it's trending up.
Now it's trending up, so I think I like where this is heading. And it is not a good correlation with Garoppolo, but the thing is, I don't mind that correlation as much because say Devontae Adams is 100 yards. Who else is getting 140 combined with the Raiders?
Exactly.
I don't, maybe some Jacobs, which is fine for us. And who else? I don't even know.
Just Jacoby Myers.
Yeah,
Another
Myers,
option.
he's just a possession receiver, and Hunter Renfro's a 20-yard catcher. I mean, at the most, like they're all short yardage guys. They're not. None of those other guys are really just big plays. I do like Devontae Adams a lot tonight in the 6.5 receptions because it's trending up. It's moving. It was certainly favored under earlier, and now it's like almost 130 over.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely going up a significant amount. Even his targets, probably not his targets because that's a lot more. But that 6.5 receptions, I think, is pretty solid. I mean, this dude has been a target beast for the Raiders. He has 50, and the number 2 and number 3 receiving options are Jacobs and Jacoby Myers, and they have 51 combined. So it's.
somebody said something about Jair locking him up.
I mean, maybe, but like Devontae and Jair have went against each other so many times in practice. I just like Devontae would know how to work it against him. I think it's also like this is Devontae Adams, man. It's not like you're matching up with.
I mean, Chris Olave had 8 receptions, and Michael Thomas had 6 in the same game. I'm not sure that it matters that much. I mean, it may, but
he is probably gonna. I mean, teams also like they don't shadow receivers like they used to, too.
not nearly as much. You're right.
But like I'm not like. You look week 1. That was Justin Fields. Like, okay,
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to look at anything.
And then week 2, you got Desmond Ridder. Like, okay, Drake London had 6 catches for 67 yards, and Mac Hollins had 3 catches for 60 yards with Desmond Ridder.
So only 19 passes.
Yeah.
Catching.
Who was he locking up there? I don't even know if he's guarded either one. I don't remember. And then like you said, Olave 8 catches for 104 yards. Michael Thomas 6 catches for 50. All right, what's going on, Jair? Last week, Amon-Ra, they ran the heck out of the ball. So
they had to throw it.
5 catches for 56 yards for Amon-Ra.
And without even throwing the ball.
Yeah, so. I'm not worried about Jair that much. Obviously, he's a stud defender, but.
Yeah, he's a little sore, too. Like, he was figured he may not even play tonight.
Yeah, so. Devontae's also been dealing with a shoulder injury, but he came back last game and still did some work.
Did just fine, yeah.
Jair hasn't played. Look at chat. Jair hasn't played at all? See, but the thing is, it doesn't matter if he's been playing or not. Like, the Packers defense could it's Devontae Adams. I'm not worried.
I'm not personally either. Yeah, he's missed a few games, but like
missed last 2 games, he said.
Yeah, I mean.
So which makes sense, but like, I don't know, if he played against the Falcons, he allowed just enough yardage against the Falcons. So.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that personally. The odds are moving up, probably for a particular reason. So.
I agree.
I don't think they are as well.
So do you like Devontae Adams' receptions or Dobbs' receptions better?
Devontae.
You like Devontae?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I do like that Dobbs, the big push potential. I still think he probably goes over 4. Yeah. But it is nice with Adams, like minus 139 on Pinnacle. A couple books probably haven't caught up to them yet, so they're probably all trending that way. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets bumped to 7 before.
It'll be 7. Yeah, 1,000% will be 7 for a kickoff.
So that's 6 props.
Yeah, I think that's probably 6 we need to run.
All right, guys, we're going to get this all on one screen because I did that last night.
I don't even remember it.
Let's go.
Remember the slip at this point.
Jaden Reed receiving yards. I'm not going to play it. I just kind of trust. I mean, it's not bad, but I just kind of trust Christian Watson and Dobbs a little bit more. I'm going to get this locked in because our stuff has been bumping while we were on stream. I don't know why, because it's like everything bumps and then we get locked in on the good side of value and then the game absolutely blows out and it's all for nothing. But we're going to go with Jordan Love fantasy score 16.5. We got a kicker in it finally, courtesy of T. Posey. AJ Cole over 3.5 punts. We got Christian Watson, 48.5 receiving yards. I'll put Garoppolo in last, just because he's under. Josh Jacobs over 16.5 fantasy score. Devontae Adams over 6.5 receptions. And Jimmy G under 242 pass yards. Everything else is over. So let me go ahead and lock that in real quick.
I am in for the win.
Me too. Beat the bumps on my own slip this time. Let's go. Doesn't usually happen often. What questions you guys got? Jacob and Dylan combo under. I would personally just take the Dylan under. I was considering it a lot. Just because Dylan sucks, man. Trying to get this so you guys can see it better. Watson over 20.5 longest reception. Yeah, dude, I think that's a good prop. I don't think they have that on Prizepicks, but
Probably a book prop.
might as well take Watson rushing and receiving. It's only 1 yard more. How many times is he gonna run the ball? Is the thing. I'd hate for him to get a jet sweep and get like -4 yards too.
Yeah, that's the only thing with those sweeps. It's just, yeah, Andrew. I like the Jimmy interception. He's had one every single game. And now that Jair is back, maybe he just forces it one to too many times to Adams. So, I mean, I like the Jimmy interception too.
Yeah, that Watson rushing and receiving may not be bad actually. It looks like he's never had negative. Actually, one game he had -3 last year. But 1, 2, 3, 4 games he had a carry for over 3 yards. The other ones he just didn't have a carry, so it may not be bad to take. If he goes over 48.5, he's going to go over 49.5, so it's probably a solid prop to take his rushing and receiving as well. Yep, Jimmy interception. Musgrave under 32. I don't know. So last game he got taken out early in the game in the first half. He would have cashed that because the backup tight ends actually got in some good work.
Yeah, great matchup too last week. It's not as good of a matchup this week, but it's still not a bad one.
Yeah, so he only got 1 catch last week, but he got a concussion, so he got taken out. I wouldn't take the under.
Yeah. Oh, also, we forgot to tell everybody. It's 155 of you in here. Only 18 likes, so it's absolutely smoked that like button here for us. And we're just a few subs away from 800. So if you guys could hammer out that subscribe button if you're not already done, so that would be certainly appreciated, as we are still trying to grow this channel and grow this channel enough where I can get a mic, because that would be great.
Bro, get 800 subs so there's a better chance of Tyler getting a real mic. Yeah, seriously, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, 150 of you in here on a Monday, just kind of mid-afternoon. That's awesome.
Boom, hit it. 800 is hit.
Let's go. Appreciate you guys. You guys rock.
Don't stop there, but thank you very much.
Yeah, don't stop. Just keep going. Get us 1,000 if you want. But no, we appreciate the 800. They asked us our favorite too. What's your favorite? I think mine's Jordan Love fantasy score.
Mine is probably Devontae Adams now.
Devontae Adams receptions. I'd love to hear it.
Appreciate it to Kelvin for the sub. Appreciate that.
Nick V said, can't wait for Luka first half props. Say, hey, just wait. All right, guys, tomorrow we're doing an NBA Seasons live stream. Tyler and I are. And you already know one prop that's going to be on it. I wish it was Luka's first half fantasy score average, but imagine. But we will be having a Luka prop on there. And that's not even my number one nuke play either. I got an absolute nuke for tomorrow.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I swear we do, Nathan. Oh, my God. We really need to, make our regular slip, Nathan, and then just start running it for blowouts.
No,
Absolutely.
Seriously. Because, especially with these primetime games, man, we've just been so off on the scripts on a lot of these just because, this game just goes, completely sideways.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're a little off, you're toast.
Somebody was saying Crosby over 0.5 sack. It was at 0.25 earlier. I was looking at that one. I didn't mind it.
We have been cooking on these sack props. Somebody said what?
Oh, he's at 0.75 now. It's getting bumped
Man,
up a lot.
it's done. Who said oh, Quay Walker, is that on there?
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at 0.25 earlier. I'm almost certain. So I don't know if that has anything to do with Aaron Jones rolled out. If Dylan's just also a sucky pass protector, it probably is. He's already a terrible running back. So I'm just hating, man. I don't know why.
Who does not like AJ Dillon? If AJ Dillon goes for 150 tonight, you got to get his
He
jersey on the
he
wall.
definitely will. I will not be getting an AJ Dillon jersey, except to just throw it in the trash. I'm just playing. I have nothing against AJ Dillon. I don't know why I'm talking crap about him. Record a
This
sec.
man, this man Christian says, Tyler, I know you'll like the Quay prop. It's at 9, man. If it was at 8.5, I would be on that. I don't necessarily love the bump because I just don't like taking a lot of bumps. But 9 is pretty low, when especially we think Josh Jacobs is going to have a lot of time to run the football.
Yeah.
Quay's a tackle machine on those running backs, so
Dude, he's
I don't mind it.
really good chance to push that line. At least
Yeah.
push that line. So it seems like if you're okay with
Yes.
the push, it's not a bad one to take.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Jordan Love pass completions. I think Tyler, you said something about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have taken that one had Zach not taken his fantasy score. So yeah, I'm good with pass completions as well. Yeah, I think he gets 20.5. I think he definitely gets at least 21.
Dude, seriously, man, if we get another like stupid blowout tonight, I'm gonna be so upset, man. Like last night, like our slip like had a great pace if the Cowboys just could have competed a little bit.
Well, I mean, every single one of those things were rolling last night.
Yep.
Like even McCaffrey was kind of rolling, although he just kind of fumbled there on the 1 yard line, and then they threw it use check at the goal line on the other time. It's weird that he doesn't get all those looks. Like I feel like he should have probably scored that fumble, and obviously we are already gonna think that. Kittle had 4 targets in the first half, didn't get another one. Ferguson had 3 catches in the first half. Yeah, didn't. Ferguson only had 3 in the first half. Didn't get another one. Like just a lot of weird stuff last night, just because of the absolute massacre that occurred.
Tyler, we got a question. I'll let you answer it since you're the punter expert.
Okay.
You like Cole over Waylon?
I like both of them, to be honest with you. But yeah, probably just a little bit more of Cole than Waylon. But both are good. I don't mind. I would have brought both of them up had not Zach been kicking me out of the stream if I mentioned 2 punters. So
I would not kick you out of the street, man. I would just, I don't know, man. You're turning into a big kicker guy all of a sudden. It's kind of weird.
You take one kicker prop and you're labeled the big kicker guy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Tyler, Coach T Posey, the kicker expert.
Oh my god.
Dobbs receptions. Yeah, I like Dobbs receptions a lot. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that honestly bumps up to 4.5 as well on Prizepicks, because the juice just keeps going up and up on it. So receiving yards too. I like Dobbs tonight.
Yeah, Christian, I think that Jordan Love touchdown at 1.5 is pretty good too. But we just took his fantasy score because in case he, I guess at 1.5, that's probably not just passing TDs either, is it? I don't know how they label it.
If it's rushing touchdowns, that would be
It'd be just fine. Like I think they're both. I think that one's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it also is essentially the same thing as fantasy score. I just think for fantasy score, he just gets a little bit more upside in terms of running. So.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, if he's going to throw for 2 touchdowns, he's going to hit his fantasy score, but he can hit his fantasy score without throwing for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why I lean that. That's why we both lean that, and especially Zach. That was his prop, but yeah.
Green Bay offense is worse than Las Vegas, so I'm going to take Waylon punts. That's fine. You should never take a prop you don't feel comfortable with, or if you like one better, definitely replace it.
Yeah, absolutely replace it. We've seen it all the time, like our slips on Twitter, where people like maybe 5 Rs and replace it, and then maybe our one didn't hit, but theirs did. So yeah, absolutely replace props that you really like with ones that you don't.
There's been so many times where like I go 5 of 6, barely miss, and they're like, "Yeah, I didn't like that prop, so I just ran it 5 of 5 and hit for 10x," or they replace it with their own favorite. I'm like, I wish you would have told me that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You love to see the good props hit, and we love seeing you guys hit. So even if you don't take ours, I don't care. Like we love seeing you guys hit.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to provide just a little bit of insight and hopefully get the game script right for once.
For sure.
But that's football. Like as much as I like football and I love watching it, football is like the one sport that if you get the game script wrong, you're not gonna win. And that's the unfortunate part about it. I think with people that don't understand. Like if we go 1-5 in a slip, not because we made bad plays, it's because the game sucked,
Mhm.
and there's nothing you can do about that at
And
all.
I
I
mean,
mean, you
go ahead.
and you go to the NBA, which is coming up very soon here, and you're pretty much guaranteeing minutes from each player essentially. And the game script's not that big of a deal. You might lose a little blowout run in some minutes in the fourth quarter, but the game script doesn't really affect much else, honestly,
Yeah,
because you can
cuz
still get rebounds in a game script.
yeah, cuz a lot of times too, like if you have like NBA, if you have somebody's over and they're going to possibly miss time with blowout, people like to blame blowouts a lot, which is fine to do sometimes. It's also coined the term National Blowout Association, but like a lot of times people don't realize like if the team is like say for example you're taking Steph Curry's points and they're up by 40 points going into the fourth quarter and Curry's not going to play, a lot of times it's because he's the one doing the blowout, you know. So
Yeah, exactly. And even though, like, just say, like, for example, like last night, like, obviously Purdy goes off and throwing it to Kittle, but yeah, Kittle's responsible for the blowout, but he doesn't even hit all his props
yeah,
because he only gets the touchdowns. So it's like, it's not the same as NBA, which in NBA is every single day, so you gotta love that. And it's definitely my favorite too, Nathan. It's my favorite to bet on. I still like watching football more, but NBA is my favorite to bet on.
Victor asks, is Jair going to be on Adams? Most definitely, at least probably a significant portion of the game. It just
Yeah, I
doesn't
think.
matter, dude. I mean, I say it all the time for like Devonte Adams and then like Justin Jefferson, just those type of receivers. If they're not doubling him, they're gonna hit on anybody. It doesn't matter who's guarding them most of the time.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
like,
offense has the advantage.
yeah, especially when you got a stud like Devonte Adams, man. I'm taking him over any defender every single time. If they double him, that's different because then it's 1v2. Because then you got somebody probably playing man, and then you got somebody zoning him as well. That's a little bit different. But so do you use
Yeah, cool.
DraftKings and FanDuel as well? We can't. If you're talking about sportsbooks, we can't use it that here in Arkansas. So unfortunately, no.
Yeah, one thing with Jair is he is the number one shadow rate corner in the entire league.
So
So
yeah, he's gonna be on Devontae Adams a
he's going to
ton.
be on Devontae. Yeah, probably it's almost 80% of the time. So yeah,
So it's actually gonna be interesting because those guys have practiced so much against each other throughout the years. I don't know how long Jair has played for, but they've gone against each other in practice a ton. So it'll be interesting to
four
see who gets
years.
the better hand.
Yeah, 4 years because Jair's been in the league since 2018.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
like
4 years.
you got to think like, all right, Devontae has an advantage because he knows what Jair likes to do. But like same for Jair, he knows what Devontae likes to do. He's watched so much film on Devontae and like guarded him. Like I don't know. There's a reason why Jair is also as good as he is because he's went up against Devontae.
Yeah, that's a good one to train against.
Austin Hooper, 15.5 receiving yards, or Musgrave 3 receptions. The only thing I don't mind the Hooper one if you think the Raiders have to throw a ball a little bit more. He's on the field the most for his tight ends, or at least he's got the most targets for them. He's just probably only going to get like 2 or 3 targets. So
What does dude like for Cam Arkansas? Come on, man. I'm not saying what he said. I'm not doing it. I know what he's trying to do. We're both from Arkansas, man.
Life for Cam better not be from Kansas, though, man.
No.
Arkansas. They were saying I saw some shirts after we mollywopped Kansas in basketball tournament last year. They were have like OUR Kansas, our Kansas. I love it, bro.
That's awesome. I would start AJ Dillon, big breeze. So he asked if we should start Jalen Reed or AJ Dillon. I think AJ Dillon just gets more volume than Jalen Reed. Or Jalen Reed. So you just got to go Dillon, even though we don't think it was
Yeah,
very efficient
you
with
have
volume.
to just volume based.
Yeah.
You never know. Dylan could like sneak in for a touchdown at the goal line and be worth it. So
Yeah, absolutely.
he's gonna. I mean, is he talking to? Oh, on season long? Yeah.
Man, whenever Henry comes on stream, if he comes on this Saturday, we've got to trash him for you beating him by 1 point in our league.
Oh, that's true, dude. That's crazy. 1 point. Which NFL fan base are you guys a part of?
Whichever one we want.
So my favorite team is the Falcons. But here in Arkansas, like most people are like Cowboys or Titans fans. I feel like. But like I'm a Falcons fan, but I don't care about the Falcons as much as I like the Razorbacks, you know. So the Arkansas Razorbacks, which is like the only major sports team we have in our state. It's just
Yeah,
the University of Arkansas. So
yeah, that's all it is for me too. I don't even have an NFL team that I would root for. I used to root for the Broncos a long time ago with like Ed McCaffrey and Terrell Davis and John Elway. Just because my family loved them. I didn't really ever pick a team. I just kind of like going with who's rolling on my fantasy team. So I don't really ever pick a team per
but
se.
we big Thunder fans though. Huge. Dude, we
This dude said I have an extra Yeti mic you can have, bro.
Bro, he's hooking you up, man. Slide into Tyler's DMs on Twitter and
Yeah,
hook this man up.
Hit me up on or find me on DM on Twitter at Coach T Posey. Send me a DM and we'll get this Yeti mic and then we can like have some real streams.
Nick V said,
We'll
"Woo,
create.
big
Let's go,
sweet."
Nick.
Not football, but basketball. Let's go.
Baseball. Let's go.
Baseball too. Basketball's my favorite, man.
Our women's golf team is ranked #1 in the world right now. So just throwing that out there.
Everything is great for Razorbacks athletics except for football. Time to cook a preseason slip, dude. Chet.
Oh shit!
He's winning Rookie of the Year this year, 100%.
Rookie of the year without a doubt.
Javier asked if we ever look at first half props. Not too much, honestly.
I do an NBA, but
NBA
so
for sure.
Obviously Zach does. Yeah, we will for NBA for sure. But yeah, we're both Thunder fans, so that's fun. I need to get some Thunder stuff up here in my setup.
You need to. I'm gonna.
And I gotta get this Yeti mic though.
You answered some questions. I'm gonna tweet out real quick that we got the slip cooked up, so people.
Yeah. And I put it in chalkboard. So those of you who maybe come in and don't see the slip, it's in our chalkboard on the TGS stream slips. More than welcome to join that for absolutely free. First half receiving for Jacobs. Yeah, I don't mind that. Jacobs is going to be involved throughout the game. Like we said, we talked about earlier, Packers to give up time to running back, whether that be receiving, whether that be on the ground. Packers just give it up. So I'm in with that. Yeah, I actually kind of do want to watch that Wemby Chet matchup tonight. But unfortunately, my son has soccer practice tonight, so I will probably be out on that.
Dude, I'm excited for NBA. I think our guy Chet, he's gonna win Rookie of the Year this year.
Oh,
I know everybody's on Wemby. It might be a weird take, but just watch, dude. I don't know, Wemby's different, but our boy Chet is gonna have a year. Landon sent you a DM.
I'll check it here in a second. That's what's up.
That's hilarious.
I feel like it's the only thing with the Rookie of the Year for Chet is like he's got Shea on his team, and Wemby has. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs have a few, like, some solid players for sure, but having Shea on your team does definitely. I mean, honestly, it may help Chet though. Like,
I mean, if Luke, trust me, if Chet comes in and Rick Havoc wins Rookie of the Year, I will love it. I will absolutely love that because I'm a Thunder fan and I want the Thunder to be really good because we're going to a playoff game and we're going to stream live from Oklahoma City Thunder Arena.
Oh, yes, we are.
Was it Chesapeake Bay Arena or was it Chesapeake Energy Arena?
They changed it. It's something different now.
Oh, they changed it. Oh,
I can't remember what it is. They changed it last year.
Yeah, Keontae's pretty good.
Yeah, the Paycom Center.
What? I didn't even realize they changed it.
Yeah, they changed it. Yep.
Crap.
Can you post a slip in chat? Tyler posted it in our chalkboard. The description's below. It's completely free to check out. I don't know if he posted a link in there or not to QuickTail, but
no, I never do that. I completely forget that every time. Allergy, my guy, what's up, dude?
Allergies in here? Let's go. Detroit. Bro, Detroit's trying to get rid of, or Michigan, I guess, is trying to get rid of all the DFS apps. Prizepicks may be gone soon, man. Hopefully not.
Allergy, day 730 of trying to get Sleeper in Michigan.
Poor guy. He made it all the way to 100 days, and Sleeper just ignored him, man. Can you cook a sleeper slip? I've posted some sleeper slips on my Twitter already, so hopefully you guys can see the slip. I don't know if it looks like you can see it on the screen just fine, so.
Said my Wolves about to run the West. I don't think so.
I don't know about the entire West, but they're going to make the playoffs, dude. I'll tell you what, the Thunder are going to run the West.
Thunder up, boys. I'm getting Thunder gear. I've got to get it up behind me. I got some Thunder gear at the house. I need to set it up. here in my classroom now too.
Matthew,
My
play of the day.
lines.
I don't know who that is, but Jacoby Myers, 4.5 receptions. Yeah, I don't mind Jacoby Myers receptions at all.
Oh, and for those of you who don't know, Sleeper is about to add NHL lines at some point today, and for whatever reason, I'm not a huge hockey guy, but for whatever reason, I was like 67% on shots on goal props last year.
It is true.
So I am really pumped about Sleeper adding NHL. I think that's going to be a profitable thing.
And Clint Capella, first half wagon. I remember playing him last year some.
Yeah, definitely Avatar. They confirmed that with me. I talked to my rep today, and they said they should be adding him at some point today. First games are tomorrow, so yeah, should be adding him.
Luke said that the Thunder are going to win a first round series. Let's go.
Without a doubt. I mean,
Yeah.
we got Chet, we got Shea, we got Giddy.
I mean, they probably shouldn't win an NBA championship. They're not going to win an NBA championship. Nobody's beating the Bucks first off in the finals. But man, there's some really good teams. It's going to be hard for them to make it out of the West. The Lions going to the NFC Championship would not be surprised at all, dude. They are nasty.
No, Christian. I don't. My rep isn't like the guy who like handles our links and stuff like that, like our codes and stuff. We don't work for them.
No,
But
we just
we have a guy that we can reach out to that can help us with lines and like if we have any issues or anything like that. We don't work for them at all.
no, dude. We're all about taking money from these places.
100%.
So we get you guys to sign up with our code because it helps us out. But if you can't tell, we're all about taking money from these places. We don't want them to succeed financially. So
no, we were absolutely trying to cripple every bug.
what's the Devontae Adams prop? Yeah, I'll scroll up a little bit. It's 6.5 receptions. They need to add esports. I'm surprised Sleeper doesn't have esports yet.
Yeah, I am too. Everybody's got esports, it seems like at this point.
Inherit got Dobbs at 46 receiving yards. That's nice. It's bumped over 50 now, so
Pretty good value.
Wolves will be in the play-in. They might. They'll probably. Dude, the Wolves aren't bad, man. They just got a weird team, but Anthony Edwards is nasty. Dimitri, I posted two better 8-man slips on my Twitter earlier, so you should check that out there. Watson was at 38.5 yesterday. Dang. That's crazy. Also, he was at 6 on Parlayplay late last night. 6 fantasy points, which is like at least 4 too low. So lock that in for sure. Jacob's receptions could be a sleeper pick. Like sleeper as the app or like just like a good play. I like his receptions. I mean, oh gosh. Too big on the screen. 3.5 isn't terrible.
Bro, yeah, yesterday, Freddie, that tight end is 100% kill Zach's.
Dude, I had so many tight ends just ruined. Tight ends and Matthew Stafford just completely ruined a nuclear day, man. Had like multiple 100 X's if it wasn't for tight ends and 25 X's. Me and Tyler would it would have been 5 or 6, wouldn't have?
Yeah, we'd have 2 X's. Oh, my bad. Ology.
Oh crap, bro! I'm always in saying allergy. I feel bad now.
Yeah, my bad.
Ology.
Dude, sports is like crazy, and I definitely did not know that it was ology.
Dang, bro. That's our guy too. He's been around for a long time.
He actually won some money in my giveaway, so I was happy to see him win it, just because he's been a supporter for a long time.
Got some. Watson is my favorite play. Do you guys like Watson over 3 receptions? Watson over 3 receptions? Ain't no way he's at 3 receptions.
No way.
If he's at 4,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if he's at 3, I'm gonna absolutely nuke that. But
I'm
even 4 is not bad. It's just really good push
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah.
His receiving yards just seem a little bit safer.
Yeah, he's more of a get that ball in his hands, let that man work.
Gibbs was tailing our Hurst play, and Hurst missed by 1, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he had he hit his freaking reception prop in the third quarter, like a minute into that game, or a minute into the third, and then just needed one more target the rest of the game. Didn't even throw in the ball, which is wild because they threw so many passes. Just didn't see that coming.
The Rams on my fight list, dude, especially, we're pissed. Matthew Stafford hooking us was unreal. You confident about that 3.5 punts? Tyler is, man. I hate taking kicker props, so
I don't love it.
Tyler
I'm
is
like
the
taking.
kicker guru. So if he says lock it in,
This will be my first kicker I've taken this year on stream or posted. I actually did take a. No, I didn't. I did when I posted that first quarter field goal prop. I hit it and posted it on Twitter. So I'm 1 for 1, 100% without taking kickers and punters posted this year.
um, Jeffrey asked Jimmy over .5 interceptions. Yeah, Tyler likes that a lot. I like it too. It's a really good prop. We were talking about that earlier. How do you feel about Adam and Hunter .5 touchdown? You're basically just banking on Devontae Adams scoring a touchdown because Hunter Renfrow is going to get like 2 catches if he's lucky.
Dimitri C said Watson's 3.5 on sleeper. Yeah, I'm gonna go take that.
That's really. What's the odds on that? He's got to be pretty good.
I would think it's like 140 something, but I didn't look. I haven't looked at sleeper today.
Now. Yeah, he's minus 150 on DraftKings at that line. So
yeah, that's a great sleeper find.
Spicy.
Yeah, I'll probably actually post a slip here in a few minutes on my Twitter on sleeper because I don't think I posted anything all day.
We got like 4 people asking about Adams and Hunter .5 touchdowns. I mean, Devontae Adams could very well score a touchdown. I just would take. I mean, that's not a bad prop. Hunter Renfrow, we're probably not going to score a touchdown. He's going to now that we're talking about it, him not doing it, but he's probably not going to. Zach, you got any underdog slips? I haven't posted any underdog in a while, except for second half stuff, but I should probably look. Freddie, I might on my Twitter later, so be on the lookout. Musgrave under receiving yards? I don't know. That's tough. I mean, because last week he got concussed, he would have definitely cashed because tight ends got a lot of work. Backup tight ends got a lot of work for the Packers in the second half, which he didn't play. So, yeah, Watson is back. That is true. But like last week, he still hits with Watson playing if he doesn't get hurt, more than likely. But I don't mind it. He's not my I like Dobbs and Watson. Devontae Adams bumped to 7.
Told it. I knew it was gonna happen. I told you it's gonna be bumped to 7 before the stream's over with. My God.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Does that even has it gone up since we've been on the stream? As far as like odds, I wonder.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No. I mean, it's changed now to where it's favored under 7 on the Prizepicks optimizer. So.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, that's what always happens.
Dobbs is also 4.5 on Prizepicks, so that got bumped too.
Yes.
So that 4 was also solid that we talked about.
It definitely odds went up even more on the books for Devontae, so that's why he got bumped.
Yeah, he's like minus 135 on DK now and a lot of other places.
Yeah, so we nailed that.
Raiders only allow 40.5 yards average to tight end position, like 10th best in the league.
Yeah.
Let me see something real quick. Really quickie. Game log against. Yeah, but I feel like the teams they went up against just don't use tight ends much except for the Bills, who Kincaid hit them for 5 and 43. I don't know how Tyler necessarily feels about A.J. Dillon, but I'll tell you right now, I would not take an A.J. Dillon over unless you think he's going to carry the ball 25 times. This dude, he averages like 2.4 yards a carry. So let's say, all right, so what's he at? He's at 47.5 rush yards, all right? This man, he averages 2.5 yards a carry. We'll be nice and say he's super efficient tonight and give him 3 yards a carry. If he has to run the ball 16 times in order to go over this number, I don't know. He's at 13.5 rush attempts, so you might as well just take the rush attempts, in my opinion. Dude, he sucks. And he's going to have a really good game because I've talked about how much he sucks.
Dude,
but,
oh, my God. Dude, since the moment I stepped on the mic today as we were getting set up for the stream, this man is bash A.J. Dillon.
I should have put him as the thumbnail.
Oh, my God.
No, seriously. I really don't hate A.J. Dillon. I don't know why. I'm just taking such a strong stance on his under. If it was like 50-something yards, I would definitely take his under, but 47's like pretty close. But I'd probably lean his rush attempts if you want to take a over on A.J. Dillon. I'm taking Dillon's under 23.5 rush yards just for fun, lol. And that's probably smarter to do it the first half too, just in case like they get in the lead. I don't know. I can see it either way.
Where we at rushing attempts wise? You said 13.5.
Yeah. What's he favored? Are you looking at it?
Yeah, he's actually favored. It's pretty even on 13 and a
Is
half.
it?
It's kind of spread around all the books. So yeah, it's pretty even.
He's more likely to score than rush yards than get rush yards over. Yes. So like,
Yes.
take that touchdown prop instead. What about 17.5 rush yards in first 5 attempts? I mean, if you give him 3 yards per carry, that's only 15 yards, dude.
Ooh, I do kind of like that one. I'm not gonna touch it, but yeah.
Let's see about Mayer under receiving yards. I'm gonna zoom out of this because I'm tired of looking at my screen with it zoomed in like that. Mayer, 7.5. He just doesn't get any targets, right? I'm looking.
Nah, they don't. They don't. They ain't trying to throw it to him. Yeah, while he's looking, Victor. Yeah, I like Love's 20.5 completions. That was what I would have taken. Zach not taking his fantasy score, but also I love his fantasy score too. So we just decided fantasy score was it.
Yeah, Mayer's got 2 targets on the season, so
yeah, he's not super involved.
I don't know. It's kind of. It seems like it's 50-50. I honestly would probably lean under. Fabian says, hopefully we cash tonight with a sweat emoji. That's how I'm feeling, brother. Because the way these primetime games have gone have eaten our lunch.
Yeah. Freddie, we love probably basketball the best.
Yep.
NFL we like to. We talked about this a little earlier as well. But NFL is so game script dependent that the prop could be great, but nothing doesn't matter just because maybe a blowout or the team's all of a sudden it runs it. So that's the kind of stuff that we don't like in NFL, but we love the NFL and we're watching it probably the most. But NBA is my favorite to bet on.
The one target was because Hooper was so tired. Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but you're probably right. Jones is out, right? So I would take AJ rush attempts. Yeah, I mean rush attempts is fine. I just don't think he's efficient enough.
Yeah,
it's gonna take him like 16 carries seriously to get that rush yards probably. So.
All right, boys. Any last minute questions before we head on out of here? It looks like we have 136 still watching, 47 likes.
Let's go.
We're at like 800 and something subscribed to 812 or something like that.
That's awesome.
So if you'll do that on the way out for us, we'll answer 1 or 2 more questions and we'll roll out of here. But man, we appreciate that support for sure.
Yeah, you guys have absolutely been killing it lately with the support. We appreciate it a lot. Make sure you are subscribed and have the noties on too, so you get alerted when we go live for our NBA season's Prizepicks slip tomorrow. What's the slip? All right, I'll get it pulled back up on my screen. I should just.
Last one and we're done. That's it.
Got a couple more last-second questions?
While he's pulling that up, yes, we like Jimmy over 200 pass yards. Yes, under 243 though. Yeah, so Jacobs receiving yards bumped up, so that's good. Absolutely. Let's see. Jordan Love pass attempts 33 over. I'd just rather take his fantasy score or his passing completions at 20.5. That's perfectly great. We don't really look at the defensive fantasy very much. We look at some tackle props here and there, but nothing defensive fantasy though.
Also, we took Devontae Adams at 6.5. I probably wouldn't take the bump at 7. Personally, I would either run a 5-man or just go with one of these other props we talked about.
Yeah.
Why Josh Jacobs fantasy? Because he has a cake matchup tonight, and I mean that's really it. I mean he's going to be used a lot. He plays a ton, lots of snaps. Green Bay gives it up to running backs. So.
Yeah.
Y'all ever take defensive fantasy? I don't because you can't. Like, if we were to take defensive fantasy, we wouldn't be able to play any of the offense on the other side of the ball. You can't pair them against each other. Eulogy? Is that right?
That's it.
He said, let's cash this 25X. Yes, sir. Come on, my man.
Let's do it. Let's do that, and let's head out.
Yes, sir. We're getting out of here.
We answered a ton.
Great stream, guys. Appreciate you, as always, tuning in, hanging out with us. I mean, it definitely means a lot. You guys liking and subscribing. We're getting really, really close to 1,000, and that's all thanks to you guys because we have not been doing this very long. So it's freaking awesome. We will see you tomorrow, probably around 12:40 Central Time. We'll be cooking up an NBA season-long slip. Hopefully, we have a taco to put in there. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Tyler, any last words?
No, nothing for me tonight. Not gonna say anything.
Not gonna say anything. We're just gonna make some money. So, all right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Peace.